like art because it can express how I feel. Because it lets me express myself, and I like using with all the different colors, and I like creating like different worlds. I like art because it's a way of expressing myself.
I like art because it gives me the ability to put my emotions on a sheet of paper.
Well, if I'm feeling sad, I can draw something to make me happy, and I can draw like different emotions and how I'm feeling.
I like it because it's a way to like express yourself, and also you can get like really creative in like your drawings or paintings.
Because it allows me to show my character and be creative.
Because it can art can do something that words can't explain.
Like sometimes I don't know what to do, or my parents are busy and my sister is too. I can just do art and paint.
Art has a lot of colors, and like dark colors meaning sad stuff, light colors meaning happy stuff. And I get to express myself. Like if I want to say I'm sad or something, I use a dark color. If I want to say I'm happy, I use a light color and just like create a whole picture out of it.
Because they teach us how to be responsible and how to be like safe with materials, and most importantly, how to live life.
Partnering up with EPACenter was really an easy decision for us. We spent a lot of our time focused in reading and math and writing, and so having an opportunity to provide our students with a space and the time to be intentional about learning art and exploring was just a great fit for us.
My art class at my school, we don't usually get, we follow what the teacher does, and over here like we can create our own things by ourselves and just create our own picture. And at my art class at my school, we just copy what the teacher writes, and then we just draw it out and just copy everything she does, and it's not as fun as just making up stuff by yourself.
EPACenter Art has been a wonderful partner in many levels. I think that the instructors have been very, very good to work with, as well as working with the program director to be able to have a wonderful theme for the students. During the fall, they had one theme in terms of looking at art and being able to understand a project. And then in the second half, we talked a little bit more about environment. And tying the two things together has been really great. So the partnership has been very, very mutual.
I think that programs that EPACenter Arts provides benefits the community on 3 levels. Number one, it definitely gets these children involved in constructive activities, creative activities. Number 2, it enhances the community directly because we are in the placemaking business. We transform communities through art. And also it transforms the people that actually work at EPACenter. You know, we are exposed to wonderful stories, wonderful struggles, and through these stories and struggles in this community, vibrancy comes out of that, and we just put a magnifying glass on that and everybody wins.
I feel that EPACenter is a great program. It's been a really great partnership for us in providing our students with the space and the intention of just being more creative. We're really academically focused, and so EPACenter has really brought a different light into our space, and one that is exciting for them. They really look forward to coming here and participating in the arts and learning and being hands-on with it. So it's been really great.
Working with these students, one thing I have learned is patience. Actually, I say that tongue-in-cheekish, but I do feel that I am a student just as much as an art educator when I'm in the classroom with them. I learn everything from what they're into, pop culture, their values, the communities that they come from, their backgrounds and things of that nature. It's a very rich environment if you allow it to be so.
Our students really have enjoyed the EPA Art Center program. This is the second part of a 2-part program that we're doing, and they've just been been really exposed to so many different things. We're really excited because not only do they learn about art in terms of painting, they also learn organizational skills. They've learned how to put a project together and be able to break it down into its component pieces, how to plan it, how to be responsible from beginning to end. And it's just been really exciting for them to develop these skills as well as have fun with art.
If you're trying to draw like a sad picture, to use like dark colors, or like happy picture, like light colors.
Okay, they're teaching us like early like details. They're teaching us stuff like that. Like I remember maybe a few months ago we were doing shading and just using like circles or just using lines to make a picture.
Like paintbrush techniques, like to go on like the side to do like big marks, and like to make details to use the front of the paintbrush.
They taught me to not paint with my wrist, it's all in the shoulder. And they taught me to color with the side of a color pencil, not the tip, because it doesn't look right.
I hope that through this partnership that we've had, the students really take that art has many different phases and looks differently, and really allow themselves to create and explore. I think something that I have seen in our students is that taking risks, and so seeing art as fluid, and being able to really take ownership of what they're making, and grow in their creativity and being able to explore. So I think that's really what I hope that our students are taking out of this, and it's what I've seen in them.
Art helps me because I can forget about what's happening and focus on like other stuff that I can draw and like make it nice and stuff.
Art can visualize something that can't be actually like real, you know. So like cartoons can sometimes can be like life changing sometimes.
Art changes my life because in my life I have problems with my family, but when I'm here at art, I can forget about it and just like focus on like the drawings that we have to do.
Because it makes my life colorful.
It shows like my favorite colors, and it shows how I see the world and stuff.
Art is just a way to just like clear your mind. Like if I'm going through a problem or with somebody or something, I can just like sink into my happy place and just write, and then it'll just like release all the bad feelings. And yeah.
It relieves my stress sometimes. So like if I'm mad at someone, like it just releases my stress because I can just, it's freedom to like do any color.
It helps you in different ways because sometimes like you need to get like your sadness or anger out, or like sometimes you just like want to draw really happy things.
How have I improved kids' lives with this program? That's a difficult question for me to answer because ultimately I don't know. But I will say this, that and something that I've championed many times or over and over, is that I believe that the arts heal. And I think that when students come into a safe place to express themselves and to be creative with paint, with markers, and to be challenged by questions of what does a better, as an example, what could a better tomorrow be? What could a better East Palo Alto look like? And they're able to express those ideas. I think it's healing. I think it heals both the individual, and ultimately I feel it heals the community at large.
When they first came, honestly, I thought it was just going to be like regular art class, boring, you know? And then I just realized that they give us different options to express ourselves and just like do things our own way and whatever we feel comfortable with, doing it our way. And I just feel like that's what helps me out more. Like it just made me keep on going and doing art, and yeah, it just basically made me keep on going.
I think EPACenter has provided a space for our students to be creative. They're not really exposed to a lot of art during the day in their schools or on the weekend, and so I think having this partnership has really exposed them to a great deal of art and creativity in different ways that they weren't really familiar with before. So I think it creates a nice atmosphere for them and a safe space to be creative and make mistakes and grow from them.
If the class at BFN was a plate of food, it would be a pretty big plate because I would try to include so many different flavors in that plate, but it would start off definitely with chips and salsa. It would be a nice Southwest mixed green salad, a pupusa on the side, some yuca, and what else? I think we might just have a rotating dish over here somewhere. But basically, it just wouldn't be one simple thing. It would be just this rich, rich plate of flavors because that's East Palo Alto.
It's amazing.